Hello everyone, it's Gloria Skyforce over here, and welcome back to my channel. From the title of the video, you probably already know that today's video will be centered on a topic that will unpack Dream's training greatly, which is his very first show, or hunter show to be more specific. I have been working very hard with my instructor and Dream in jumping, and she thinks that Dream could be a perfect hunter horse if he set his heart to it. And so this show will be a great learning experience for the both of us, as first of all, it's a schooling show, so it's not as official, and we're still going to see what discipline Dream is best in, so we can train him to his full potential, which is also what the show is for, so we can see if he's fit to be a hunter horse. So without further ado, let's get on with today's very exciting video. I started off the day by putting on Dream's new blue halter, which I got him, which also comes with really cute blue shipping boots, so it's kind of a matchy set, which you guys will see a little bit later in the video. I then gave Dream such a thorough clean. I cannot get over how thorough it was. He got so many poop spots, so many mud spots, so many pasture spots. I can't go over how many grass stains I had to brush out and clean out. He was just so dirty, and I just had to clean him before I put him in the trailer to Steve's farm. It took such a long time to clean, and I don't even know how Dream got this dirty. Well, after half an hour, I have to say the least, I decided to put on the shipping boots, as I think he was clean enough for the trailer ride. And these are his matchy shipping boots, and I think look pretty cute with his new halter. They have little snowflakes on shipping boots. I think it's a really cute set. I made sure to walk up Dream very slowly in his cute little halter and the shipping boots, as he is a rescue, and you never know what rescues will do. And also I wanted to make sure that he felt comfortable around the trailer, as he will be in there for an hour on their way to Steve's farm. After a long hour or so of driving, we finally got to Steve's farm. It was more of an hour and a half, so I was pretty needing to stretch and go see Dream, but he was such a good boy. We didn't hear anything bad from the car compartment, and he seemed pretty calm. Of course, getting out of the trailer, I made a direct beeline to the trailer compartment, and you can just see Dream peeking his little head out. He was such a cute boy as I got him out of the trailer. I then settled Dream in with taking off his little shipping boots, those cute little matching shipping boots, and I took off his halter to let him rest in his visitor stall while I go kind of relaxed too, as the car ride was so tiring and long. After a few restful hours, I decided it was time for Dream to have a little practice in the Marley's arena, as I wanted him to get used to the new area so that he wouldn't spook in tomorrow's show day. Over here you can see Dream's little matchy saddle by the kind of matches my jacket, as I am such an overly matchy horse mom. You can see how many matchy sets I have. I then had to find a bench to mount on, as Dream is such a tall horse, and without a bench, I can't really mount on. Before long, we're already on the way to Marley's farm, and we are planning to do a short ride, as I don't want to overwork him, and I just want him to get used to the environment, not really do a whole lesson shebang thing. As soon as we entered the Marley's farm area, Dream was already curious, but he was quite calm about it. He wasn't spooky, he was just sniffing everything, curious about everything, just a cute little boy. We started off by going into the arena where the show will be held tomorrow, and Dream was pretty calm in it. He didn't seem too fazed by the jumps, which I'm really glad about. And here's some sped up footage of our little ride. So here's some footage of us trotting to this jump, and Dream was such an angel of this jump. You can really see that he could be a possible hunter horse with this form, and I think so too looking back at this footage. I think he's just absolutely wonderful in this position. After the end of that jump, it was pretty much the end of the little ride, so we're both ready for tomorrow's big show day. All the competitors are chattering, all the nervousness is in the air, and it's quite obvious that today is officially show day here at Marley's farm. Hi everyone, it's Gloria Skyforce over here again, and today is officially show day. Dream is kind of caught up in all the excitement of all the people here and all the horses here, so if I can get him to calm down before our first class, which is a flat class. I am kind of nervous right now as Dream kind of woke up fresh. He was fresh when we let him out of his stall. He was fresh when we groomed him. He was fresh this whole morning. And I hope it doesn't affect him during our flat class, which is really close by. But right now, I'm just not going to worry about that. I'm just going to put my head into showing. And with that note in mind, I started to tack up Dream in his fancy showing gear, which is not as matchy as it is showing gear after all. But there is his fancy little hunter's saddle, and I decided to tighten it as you don't want any mistakes on his very first show. And I put on his hunter bridle, and then I let him in serene to do a little bit of a warm-up. I made sure to mount on very slowly just to get Dream more recognized into the environment that he was in just yesterday, and here's a little bit of a sped up version of our little warm-up. You can really tell how calm Dream is, and he's not really like a frisky, spooky horse that you would expect a green rescue to be like, and I think he won't be too fresh in the flat show, other than that little hand gallop, which he was just pretty energetic in that part. Our flat show is starting in a couple of minutes, so now I'm just going to be talking to Dream and just to calm his nerves down as I can sense him feeling a little bit tenser, and I had to give him lots of pats and to tell him that it's going to be a good experience. And before I could say anything else to him, the flat show had started and the nerves all came up. But pretty soon, they just all went down, and here's some sped up footage of our little round. I have to admit that there were a few stops there and there, but they weren't completely Dream's fault. I had a few nerves acting up, so I probably pulled him back a little too much on accident, so it's mostly my fault. Other than that, Dream was absolutely beautiful, and before long we were waiting for our results. We ended up getting 5th, and I was so proud of Dream. He was such a good boy, even if I was the one who made the mistakes. And you might be wondering why there's no ribbon on Dream. Well, the schooling show isn't that official, so they're going to be sending out the ribbons in a few days instead of giving them right on the spot. Another good thing about this schooling show is that they don't hold braids mandatory, so I didn't have to go through the trouble of braiding Dream's hair, which will make us even more hectic and nervous. Next up is our over fences class, which contains many jumps as courses do. Well, not as many as this is a hunter show, but this is a huge number of jumps for Dream, as he hasn't been doing so many jumps in the course recently, but I'm sure he can do it as we have done courses like these before. Our class will be starting soon, so here's the footage of our round. Here's the voiceover Gloria, and let me tell you, this course was eventful in one word. The first jump, Dream bucked right in front of it, but I did get him to jump it at the last minute. It was quite hard, and then he hand galloped off, which he wasn't supposed to do, but then I tried to get him back into a canter, which didn't exactly work, so I just did it at a trot just to make him collect it a bit more. And the rest of the course was full of speed-ups, more of uneventful sequences, and I knew that he decided to be fresh right here at the reference spot, which I don't blame him for. But then he bugged at the last jump. He was antsy, he did not want to, his ears were pinned back, so I decided the smartest way was to just get him out of the arena as soon as possible. Turns out that wasn't a good idea either. I tried to dismount before he did another rear, but it didn't quite work that way because he was the one that got me off. Luckily, the fall wasn't that bad, and I immediately gave him mini pats as I wanted to make sure he felt calm again and that he was out of the scary show ring and that he was okay now. I then led him to the grassy areas out of the show ring just to make him as calm as possible and comfortable, even if I had a few bruises and I was kind of throbbing from the fall, but I wanted to make sure Dream was okay first. Well, today's show wasn't the best experience I wanted Dream to have, but I knew it wasn't his fault for him to get antsy, and my instructor did talk after the fall, and she did say that Dream didn't seem necessarily happy in the hunter ring, and he doesn't seem to be the type of horse that could be a hunter horse. With that note, we are not giving up on finding a discipline for Dream to train in, as he is such a good jumping horse, but we don't know what discipline to put him in. So we're still looking for that for him. So this show day was, let's just say, a lesson experience. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's eventful video. Thank you so much for your support, and I can't go over how much the channel has grown because of you guys. I just want to thank you guys so much. With that note, I'm so excited to see you guys in the next video. Bye!